Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Map Making with Sparks. As you know, Mineathon has been and gone, and we are currently on the Trutinor server, not the Mineathon server. Mineathon is over. This map was not included because we realized that it just took up too much CPU. But I have decided, and I didn't finish working on it quite because I was just finishing it off when I was told that I realized and agreed with the other Mineathon staff that it wasn't a good idea to run it. So in the meantime, I'm going to finish this off on my own server, and we're going to get it done, and we're going to do some tests, and then I'm basically going to open it up for a couple of days maybe, or a couple of sessions of playing with you guys, so you can still try out the map, and at the end the map will be available for download. So I've basically copied this from the Mineathon map so that I have it, and we're basically going to do that. Torbray was on. He's building what's it called, rock paper scissors game for some reason in the corner there. But yes, basically we have the map. This is the map, and I have some footage left over from before, which is footage that was recorded just before we realized that that this wasn't going to happen. So, but you know, there were a lot of things that I realized and learned and had to try out. So it's kind of interesting. I think it's the usual map making style. So I'm going to roll that clip, but bear in mind that as I'm talking in the next rest of this episode, it's before Mineathon. So yeah, I'll enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Map Making with Sparks. We're on the Mineathon server, and I've just gotten back from Insomnia, and it's good to be back, people. Insomnia was a lot of fun. Did a lot of networking and met loads of amazing people, and also people that I've already known. Oh, didn't realize Tagatina was on. So yeah, it's pretty cool because I got to meet a lot of people who I've known for a long time through the internet, quite a few Mineathon people. And we have a map now. Let's get right down to the order of business. This is one of the two maps we have made for us. You can see there are two copies. There's a second one over there. So this one is going to be for the blocks, and that one is going to be for the hunters. And this was made by Bannerwolf, who's also the main organizer of Mineathon. And it actually looks pretty awesome. There's a few things we may need to change. We will have to see, like, in terms of climbing on top of things. We'll have to see how it goes, but it seems like a pretty cool map. There's a couple of things like you can, I think some of the sides you can get up onto. You can basically jump off the edge of the map, like you can get up to here, and I think you can, maybe not this side. I have jumped off the edge basically, so we may have to put some barrier blocks down this point here probably. Yeah, that's the one. We could just whoop. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So there's only actually two things left to do for the map. One is the damage transfer system, which is the hard one, and the other one is basically just death. If you die currently, you end up back at the main Mineathon lobby. So we just need to work out how, when people die, to spawn them back in the map. Oh, sorry, I've a lot of travelling yesterday getting back. I just want to try something a second. Spawn point. Set my spawn point there, and then kill myself. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be really easy then, because all we need to do is set their spawn point. That's fine. Oh, and there's also, if you die as a block, you need to be turned into a seeker. So that needs to be done. But we are really close to being done, and we're also really close to the event. I have cut it fine, and that is my fault. But we will get it done. Out of interest, if I log out and log back in and then kill myself. Okay, so I'm not messing anything up by setting my spawn point there. That's fine. Fantastic. So the hub has changed quite a bit. There's some themed stuff. There's an Enderman frozen in a block of ice, and a villager doing the same thing. There's some pretty cool stuff. There's a concert. Oh, there's a concert hall. The house from Up is up there. There's a magic carpet, so you can actually fly around. using the magic carpet, and you can walk straight, and if you want to go down you can shift, which is kind of cool. There's a slight bug at the moment where you can go through the ground with it, but other than that I think it's good. Okay. A slight thing, the map is visible from here, and we've kind of I mean, obviously time was a factor. We've kind of deviated from the 4 colors, the four element themes. So I'm not sure what we're doing with this hub. It may change. There may just be no time to change it. The clouds look kind of weird. But yeah, okay. So damage system. That's the really tricky bit that we need to do. Something else actually. First of all, I really don't like the fact that a lot of things, anything that is not a solid block, like half slabs or wheat, if you stand on them, then the item, then you appear invisible on the other map. So that's not good. Okay, so this is a slight problem we have with the system currently, which I think I know how to fix. If I stand still right now to become solid, you will see that workbench over there has now centered itself on that block and it becomes solid, and if we move off, it moves with us. However, if we solidify in a torch, wait for it, don't want to fall off the edge. Okay, so we are now on top of a torch. When we solidify, that falling sand, I can't remember what happens, either the torch gets deleted or the falling sand vanishes. Okay, so the torch gets deleted, and that's not really good because it's going to destroy the map. So what we need to work out is whether the place that the person is standing is a valid spawning space. So we need to basically cancel the solidifying system if the space you are standing on is not valid, and potentially announce to people that they are stood in an invalid space if they hang around there. Okay, I think I've got it working. So it's not perfect, but it's definitely going to do at least for the moment. So if you watch, if I stand on this, which is something we don't want to destroy, my time still counter stops at 39, and I get a message saying you can't become solid here, which hangs around till I move. If I stand here, however, it flashes up for a brief second, and then the proper solidify message appears. So that's why it's not perfect. You do get, for just an instant, you see that little red message. You can see it again if I stand here. Wait for it. Oh, right, yeah. You can see it briefly appear if I don't stand on it, if I stand in air, basically. There you go. Just flashes up for just a moment. So what I'm doing here to make this work is this thing here, which was originally just adding 1 to everybody's time steal score, now only adds to their time steal score if their time steal score is 38 or less. 38 or less. So from 38, this counts up. After 38, we have 2 new command blocks that are over here. This one over here adds 1 to their time steal count if it's 38 or more, and it detects that they are standing in air. So if there's air, not below you, but at your foot level, at this level here. So this torch is not air. So if I'm standing here, it will count to 39 and not give me a message. That's interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to see about that. Anyway, but it's only adding 1 to your time steal score if it detects that you are standing with air at your feet. And this one over here is just giving the you can't stand there message to anyone with the time steal score of 39, since you can't detect if the block they are standing on is not air. You can't. Or can you? Probably not. I don't think you can. I'll have a quick look. As far as I can see, you cannot detect if you are standing on something that is not air. So we have to check if it is air and then handle things according to people who don't fit. So when I said there were only 2 things to do this episode, I lied. But there's 1 less to do now. Well, guys, I'm being chased by a creeper. It won't leave me alone. Yeah, basically the damage transfer system is coming along quite nicely. This is our little damage transfer guy. I love the fact that he looks in the same direction as you. That's just so cute. This guy will be invisible, but basically, this was quite a lot of thinking to do this. There's 2 clocks, one for teleporting the creeper around, and this one here is literally just for checking to see whether you are missing a creeper. So, say your creeper, for whatever reason, dies or gets lost, it basically gives you a new creeper. And the creeper follows you around perfectly. You can't even lose him if you drop down. It's fine. He can, however, suffocate in blocks, so he does take damage in a normal way, but he has no AI, so he won't blow up. I chose him over like a zombie or a skeleton because he doesn't burn in sunlight. So if we have a quick look at this, then I'll show you what's that creeper. What's going on? So basically, it uses a ping system. So there's a new objective. I'm in a normal solo world right now, by the way, not on the Mineathon server. Set display sidebar AGS ping, and if I flick that a second, there we go. So there are 2 entities currently in AGS ping, myself and this creeper. If the creeper dies, then a new creeper is spawned and it's added to the AGS ping. So there's a slight problem where this will slowly build up. I probably need to clear it somehow. I'll have to check and see what the least laggy way of doing that is. But basically, we start off by giving all of the creepers with a name of AGSTP a ping of 0. So that's that guy over there, AGSTP of 0. He will be invisible and his name tag will not show, don't worry. We also give all players... Oh yeah, sorry, I got distracted. I was a bit confused there. Let's just reset that. So in the top one here, we are also setting all players who are on the blocks team to have an AGS ping of 0. So first we set them to 0, and then we check to see whether they basically ping back at each other. So I'm going to set the creeper's score to 1, and the creeper's going to set my score to 1. And if I have a score of 0 by the time we reach this set of command blocks over here, let me hide this. By the time we reach these command blocks here, if I have a score of 0, then I need a creeper. And if that creeper has a score of 0, then it's missing a player and it gets killed. So first of all, we give the creeper a score of 0, and we give myself a score of 0. Then there's a command block over here. This is doing the creeper sets the player that is 5 blocks in the positive X to him. I need to change these from 10 to 1. AGS ping of 1. Right, that's fine. That was from an earlier thing, but we can make that a radius of 1. Okay, so that sets the AGS ping of the player to 1 if there's a creeper 5 blocks away from him. He'll actually be 200 blocks away, but 5 is good for testing. And down here, we execute on behalf of the player to set any creepers 5 blocks in the negative X from them to have an AGS ping of 1. So that's basically us pinging each other to see, we're basically echoing to see if we're there. After that, if anybody with a ping score of 0 on the blocks team, which means that they do not have a creeper, summons a creeper minus 5x blocks away from them, and it's got a no AI tag, so it doesn't blow up or anything. It has a silent tag, so it doesn't make any noise, and it gives it a custom name. If a creeper has with the name AGSTP has a score of 0, that means it's lost its player, so it's teleported 1,000 blocks down into the void, because if you kill the creeper, it gives off smoke particles, but if you teleport it into the void, they're not a problem. And there's one... Oh, that's it. There's no more command blocks in that chain. This is just to reset the AGS ping score, so that we don't get a build-up of mobs. And then this is just teleporting the mob around. So this one here is executing on behalf of all people on the blocks team to teleport the nearest entity I wonder if this is going to work with more than one person. Teleport all entities, name AGSTP, the nearest entity to the player. This could be a problem. Let me get a second account on here a second. Okay, I've logged in Scary Nugget, who's over there. We're going to add him to the team. AGS block. What am I doing? Scoreboard teams join AGS block. Scary Nugget. So he's got a creeper. He can walk around with his creeper. But I think if I get too close to him, these creepers may snap to one player. Oh no, look at that. Oh no. This is definitely not a good thing. As soon as we get within 5 blocks of each other, which in reality would be within 200 blocks of each other. See, they're snapping to a player. I can move around with this guy. Same sort of thing. Right, I'm not sure how to fix this without giving each player a unique number to share with their creeper.